Welcome to Live, Laugh, Talk. I'm your host, James Graham, and it's a privilege to be in your ear. In this episode, we'll begin with the topic entitled, Are You a True Friend? Then we will transition to our segment, How Did We Get Here? Followed by our hobbies and special interest section, and then conclude with our sunflower message, which is our happy note for the day. Do you have something on your mind? Maybe something you'd like to discuss? A concern even, that you would really like to get out to listeners. Possibly you just want to be heard. Well, we'd like for you to. If that's the case, then you're encouraged to email us at livelaughtalkpodcast@gmail.com. That's livelaughtalkpodcast@gmail.com. Also, wherever you listen to the podcast, please follow us so that you're notified of new episodes when they're released. And give us a positive rating as well. If it's a 5, give us that 5. The topic that we will begin with, again, is entitled, Are You a True Friend? You know, today's episode, it asks a simple question, but one that can be surprisingly hard to answer, and that's, are you a true friend? Not, do you have friends? Not, are people nice to you? But when someone thinks of you, do they think that person shows up for me? That person is real. Well, let's start with honesty. See, most of us would like to believe that we're good friends. We text back. Eventually. We show up when it's convenient. We care in our own way. But real friendship, see, it goes deeper than that. A true friend isn't just present during the highlight reel. They're there in the messy middle, the bad days, the awkward silence, the moments when nothing is fun anymore. So let's break it down. Are we consistent? See, a true friend doesn't disappear when things get inconvenient. It's easy to support somebody when everything's going well. Celebrations, wins, good news. These moments don't require much effort. But what about when your friend is struggling? When they're stressed, distant, or not acting like themselves? Do you lean in or quietly step back? You see, consistency is one of the clearest signs of real friendship. Not perfection. Nobody's asking perfection from you, but just presence. Honesty with care is another thing that is needed in a true friendship. You see, here's a tough one. Are you honest with your friends or just agreeable? See, a true friend doesn't just tell you what you want to hear. They tell you what you need to hear, but with respect, with timing, with care. Yes, there's a difference between being blunt and being real. Because a real friend wouldn't tear you down, but they also wouldn't let you stay stuck in something harmful. They'll say, hey, I think you're better than this. And that kind of honesty, well, now that's rare. Do you keep track of what you do with your friends? Well, I called them last time. They're going to have to call me now. I was there for them, but they weren't there for me when the chips were down. See, it's human. But it's also where friendships quietly start to break. See, true friendship, it isn't a transaction. It's not about keeping the balance perfectly even at all times, because sometimes one person will need more than the other. And sometimes that person will be you. That relationship might be a 60-40 at times, a 70-30. But a real friend understands that support. They understand that it flows back and forth sometimes over time and is not in perfect measured exchanges. Do you celebrate your friends? Celebrate them without comparison. Now, see, this one is subtle because when your friend succeeds, really succeeds, how do you feel? Are you genuinely happy for them? Or is there a small voice comparing, questioning, even competing? True friendship leaves no room for nonsense like that. But what it does leave is room for both people to grow. It says your win doesn't take anything from me. It adds to me. And when you can celebrate someone fully without making it about yourself, that's a powerful kind of loyalty. At the core of every strong friendship is one thing, and that's safety. Not physical safety, we trust our friends, but emotional safety. Can your friends truly be themselves around you? Can they be imperfect, unsure, even a little messy? Or do they feel like they have to filter? They got to perform, they got to pretend. See, a true friend creates space where people don't have to earn acceptance. They can just be. So, with all that being said, are you a true friend? We're not saying all the time, because none of us are. But maybe the better question is, are you trying to be? Because friendship isn't about getting everything right. It's about showing up, learning, and choosing people again and again. Even if you're fortunate enough to have even one person in your life that you can call a true friend, don't take it lightly. See, before you go today, take a moment. Think about this. Think of one friend who matters to you. Reach out. No big speech, just something simple. Just say, I appreciate you. Because true friendship isn't just something we look for. It's something we practice. So with that in mind, I beg of you, and I ask you, please, take care of your people. Love your friends. Is social media doing more harm than good? Because let's be honest, most of us checked out at least 1 hour before we even got out of bed this morning. Social media is becoming a villain, but it didn't start out that way. See, it was supposed to connect us. Platforms like Instagram, Twitter, TikTok promised a world where you could share your life, stay in touch, and discover new ideas instantly. And for a while, it worked. You could reconnect with old friends, share milestones, find communities that understood you, and it felt like the world had actually gotten smaller. In a good way. But like with anything else, somewhere along the line, things change. Stop media, social media, stop being just about connection. It started being about attention. Oh, it became all about the likes. I didn't get enough likes today. I got to do something different. The views, the followers. Oh, I only got this many I need. Suddenly, it wasn't just what do I want to share? It became what will perform well. And that shift, well, that's when things started getting a little complicated. Let's talk about comparison. On social media, unfortunately, there's a lot of that, a lot of comparison. You know why? Because in actuality, it's not real life. It's a highlight reel. You see these people with the perfect vacations, absolutely perfect outfits, perfect mornings that somehow include sunlight, coffee, zero stress. And then when you're scrolling through that very day and it's dark, it's rainy, you don't have any coffee pods, and you've got plenty of stress, well, you begin to measure your real messy life against someone else's curated version of life. And I'm here to tell you that nobody's going to win that comparison. Now, here's where it gets a little deeper because social media isn't just fun, it's designed to keep you there. Every notification, every scroll, every like. See, it triggers a tiny reward in your brain. And before you know it, 5 minutes turns into 50. And you weren't planning to stay that long, but the app was planning for you to. I found myself, I said, well, I'm going to go on, check a couple of things out, maybe even post some things, marketplace or something. And then the next thing I know, I saw that reel. Oh, that was interesting. Oh, I like that point. Something about Michael Jackson. Oh, let me. The next thing you know, I'm on this thing for 50 minutes. But let's be fair, because it's not all bad. Social media has done some incredible things. It's given people a voice, like yours truly. It's raised awareness for important issues. It's built communities that wouldn't otherwise exist. People find support, inspiration, even careers, all from a single post. So, no, it's not just some harmful tool. But that's what makes this question so tricky. Because at the same time, we're seeing more anxiety, more burnout, more people feeling like they're falling behind, even when they're doing just fine. So it raises a serious question. Is something, if it is something, let's put it this way, if it is something that connects us, but it also makes us feel worse about ourselves, what do we do with it? Who's in control? Are we using social media, or honestly, is it using us? Because it's easy to say, just log off. Oh, I hear that all the time. People are like, well, why didn't you just log off? Somebody's bullying you. Cut them. But when your friends, your news, your work, even your identity lives online, logging off doesn't feel so simple anymore. It feels like we're disappearing. So here we are. Social media connects us, but then it also compares us. It entertains us, but it can exhaust us. It gives us a voice, but sometimes it drowns us out. So maybe the question isn't just whether it's good or bad. Maybe the real question is this: how did we get here? Well, for our hobby and special interest segment, we like to be honest with you. What we like to do is take the ordinary and reveal the chaos that's hiding underneath. So, you know what we're going to talk about today? It's a humble little card game you probably played as a child. Uno. Or, as it's known in some households, the destroyer of friendships. But let's rewind. Let's take it back. It's the early 1970s. There's a barber in Ohio creates a simple card game for family fun. Easy rules, bright colors, numbers, matching. The goal is to get rid of the cards and just simply yell Uno. Simple, right? Wholesome, practically educational. And this was the game your parents brought out after dinner, the one teachers used on rainy days, the one that never caused any arguments. At least that's what they thought. Because, see, here's the thing about Uno. It's not about those matching colors. No, it's not about numbers. It's not about kids getting rained out at school and teachers bringing it out. Nah, it's nothing about that. You know what it's about? It's about that moment that someone plays a skip card and you feel it, a reverse card. Suddenly, alliances shift. You see, it's about power. And then somebody has the audacity to pull out a draw two. That's when the game changes. See, you're no longer just playing cards. See, you're targeting people. Not today, Sarah. You better draw two. And just like that, what happens? A casual family game night turns into subtle revenge. Let's fast forward to today. You see, Uno has evolved. We got Uno. Oh man, we got small Uno. We got Dare. We got Flip. We Teams. Oh, the list just goes on and on. I just keep reaching and grabbing. You got Uno Wild. You got No Mercy. You got one deck that throws out multiple cards. You got Dose. You got Giant Uno, oh, big giant. And then you got one that just, like we mentioned, throws out multiple cards. You see, it's got that one that just keeps going and might throw 30 cards at you. Oh, but what happens in that game of Uno? Well, see, in every household, there's somebody who's got all these different decks, like I do. There's somebody that's got all these different rules, like we do in our household. And you know what is the most controversial rule in Uno history? Stacking draw cards. See, one person drops a draw two, then another person does that too. Then someone with you decides they're going to do a draw four, and suddenly you're sitting there with 12 cards wondering where your life went wrong. Is it legal? Is it chaos? Is it emotionally devastating? Yes, it's all of the above. If you're an Uno player, you know there's nothing like it. You're about to go out, you got one card in your hand, and somebody starts to stack it. And then you've got all these crazy ones, like we just talked about, like No Mercy and such, where you get to throw down a switch hand. I've gotten Uno, you got 100 cards, and then you say switch hands. Oh, we about to fight. See, at this point, Uno isn't just a game. It even becomes a personality test because you've got people in the house, they're rule enforcers. You ever had those? Actually, according to the official rules, then you got the chaotic, neutral player. Well, I'm making up the rules as we go. That kind of guy. And then you got the revenge player. Oh, you got me last time. I got something for you. Then you got me, the quiet strategist, who wins every time and says nothing. No, I say everything. Because Uno reveals things about you, things you didn't necessarily want to know, and things you were hiding from people about yourself. But nothing compares to this moment. When somebody has that one card and they forget to say Uno, oh, then another player catches them. And now they got to dig into the deck and they got to draw two more cards. Now, right then, voices are raised, furniture's moved, rules are debated, friends are, reconsidered. All over one word you forgot to say. Uno. How does a simple kids game become a high-stakes emotional battleground? Because Uno isn't really about cards. It's about timing. It's about strategy. It's about petty revenge. And just a little bit of chaos mixed in with all of that. Yeah, true, it's accessible enough for kids, but unpredictable enough to drive adults absolutely wild. So if you're like me, and you got 100 different decks, the next time that somebody says, well, let's play Uno, I'll go around prepared. I got a little tiny one I can stick in my pocket, right? Just know you're not agreeing to a game. You're entering an arena. And only one of you is going to walk away with 0 cards and their dignity intact. And remember, always say Uno, or buddy, you're going to face the consequences. Our wonderful podcast audience, your decision to tune in today reflects your curiosity, your openness, and commitment to personal growth. Remember, each day is an opportunity for new discoveries and positive moments. We should all embrace that journey. Stay inspired and know that you are part of a community that values your unique perspective. Before we go, let's leave on something a little lighter. Oh, we had fun today. We talked about friendship. We talked about social media. We talked about Uno. Let's talk about you. Something real, something you, that you can carry out with you after this message ends. And our sunflower message is going to be a poem, one that I don't know who the author is, and who cares? The poem is, you are not the algorithm. You are not the numbers that flicker on a screen. Not the likes that come and go, not the curated in-betweens. You are not a highlight reel, not a moment frozen bright, but every unseen step you take when no one's watching at night. You are more than perfect pictures, more than what the world can see, more than all the quiet doubts that whisper who you should be. You are growth in slow motion. You are learning as you go. You are strength in every moment that you didn't even know. So breathe when it feels heavy. Step back when it's too loud. You don't need the world's approval to know you've made yourself proud. And if today seems overwhelming, if comparison pulls you apart, remember this, above all else, you are already enough, exactly as you are. On Cash App at $Live Laugh Talk, on Twitter at Live Laugh Talker, and on your podcast platform, you can donate to support this podcast. Any and everything is appreciated because, as you know, everything costs. Also, remember to rate us the highest on your podcast platform and tell your friends and family and colleagues about us. This is James and Georgia Graham's baby boy signing off. And as you know, I can't wait to talk to you soon.